MMA Boxing Talk here. I just wanted to quickly go through some possible fights we have to look forward to before the end of the year. None of these are official, but a lot of these will more than likely happen, and by the end of 2017. So, obviously, Nunes, Shevchenko, that rematch has to be rescheduled. I heard maybe September. That would be great. Those two have to get back in there and fight. The flyweight division, Mighty Mouse usually fights in April, and he did fight in April this year, so he'll probably fight again in September, October-ish. So look to see Mighty Mouse fight Ray Borg in the fall. I'd also like to see Benavidez rematch Cejudo. Their first fight back in December of last year was an amazing fight, 3-round war. Cejudo lost that fight, but it was very close. Could have went either way. Both guys haven't fought since. Both guys, I don't know. There's not much competition in that division. They've beaten pretty well everyone else. So let them fight against each other again. It'd be a great fight for the fans, in my opinion. Obviously, Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw is going to happen. Just a matter of time. We just don't know when. I heard Cody say that he's almost at 100%. His back's almost 100% ready. But he's saying November would be the earliest for Cody Garbrandt. So maybe he could get on that Madison Square Garden card. I'm not sure. But if not, I'm sure he'll fight, in December if it's not in November. So that'll be a great end of the year fight to look forward to. Cody versus TJ, two of the most skilled fighters in the UFC, both pound for pound fighters. Can't wait for that one. Bad blood. It's going to be an awesome build up. So, and then also Max Holloway, a couple days ago, was doing a scrum, an interview scrum, and he basically said that Frankie Edgar is next. He's going to be the next one to try to take the belt away from Max Holloway. So that's another really good fight to look forward to. I could see that one happening at MSG in November. Frankie's from the area. So if, I definitely see that fight happening in November, maybe December, but that's another great fight. Also, another great fight, Tony Ferguson versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. I mean, Dana White had a sit-down interview with John Morgan from MMA Junkie, excuse me, and he said that fight has to happen, Conor's going to come back. More than likely, his first fight back in the UFC will be against Nate Diaz. I think the December 30th card will be a little too soon for Conor, but maybe January, February of next year. Fight Nate Diaz. That trilogy will be done and over with. And then, whoever is the champ, whether it's Conor or if it's Nate Diaz, whoever wins that fight has to fight the interim champion, the winner of Khabib versus Tony. I think, Tony versus Khabib, maybe October. That'd be a nice fight in October. Usually the September card's really good. The November card's really good. And October's usually last year was an amazing card, but I'm talking on paper. So Tony Khabib would be great for October, but I don't give a shit when it happens. As long as it happens before, before the end of the year. Another fight I want to see is Eddie Alvarez rematch Dustin Poirier, because that was another great fight until the illegal knees. So I want to see that fight get run back. But there's talk that maybe Eddie Alvarez will fight Justin Gaethje, and there'll be coaches on Tough 26. Alvarez-Gaethje would be a great fight. I kind of want to see Gaethje versus Kevin Lee. I think that would be a fun build-up. It'd be a great fight as well. But I mean, Gaethje against Alvarez, Gaethje against Kevin Lee, Gaethje against Barboza, maybe Tony Ferguson. All those matchups are great. I'm excited for Gaethje, his next fight. But Alvarez-Poirier, that's a fight I want to see again. I think a lot of fans agree with me on that one. Another fight that, they did a Q&A, I believe, I can't remember when it was, about a month ago, Wonderboy Thompson and Jorge Masvidal did a Q&A, and they're talking about openly that it sounds like they're going to fight each other next. It only makes sense. I believe they're they'd be 2 and 3 in the rankings. I think Maya's first now, and then Wonderboy, and then Masvidal. So have Masvidal fight Wonderboy, both stand-up fighters, both fan favorite fighters. So that'd be an awesome matchup as well. Can't forget Joanna champion, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She wants to fight at MSG. She loves fighting there. There's a lot of I believe there's like over a million people, a million Polish population in New York. It's closer for them to fly over from Poland as well. So look for Joanna Jędrzejczyk to be fighting. It's looking like Rose Namajunas at MSG in November would be so sick. Could also have, that MSG card, just for a second I want to talk about that. You could have on that MSG card possibly Joanna versus Rose. You could have Holloway versus Edgar. Maybe even Cody versus TJ. So, I mean, MSG is going to be stacked this year. I can't wait for that. But also, Stipe Miocic, I mean, he fought back in April, was it? No, it was May. He fought in May. So he's going to be ready to go in the fall, Stipe took 0 damage in that fight against Junior. Of course, a training camp, you got your wear and tear on you. But Stipe, there's no reason that he can't be ready for the fall. I would really want to see him fight Cain Velasquez. I'd like to see him wipe out all these. And that's not an easy fight, Cain Velasquez, if he's healthy. But I want to see Stipe go in there and beat all these old legends of the sport. And I really like the Stipe versus Cain. The matchup is great. So I'd love to see that fight. Also, a fight, I was thinking about, Anthony Pettis just got put in the rankings at lightweight. I believe he's ranked number 13 now, which is so weird to see. Even when he was losing, he was always in the top 5 or whatever. But I'd like to see Anthony Pettis fight Ali Aquinta. I think that would be a great, exciting fight. Ali Aquinta, I believe, is ranked number 11. Pettis is 13. Both guys are exciting fighters. The fans know both guys, are familiar with both guys. I think that would be an awesome fight. Fireworks, definitely. Another fight I was thinking about would be a decent fight in the women's bantamweight division. Holly Holm coming off of a nice win against Bethe Correia. I'd like to see her fight Raquel Pennington. I think that would be an interesting fight. Raquel Pennington's a big, strong 135er, and she's coming off of a big win over Miesha Tate. So I believe that was her last fight, Miesha Tate, last November. So I'd like to see them pair off. They're two, good size middleweights, 135ers, bantamweight. So that's another good fight. And of course, last but not least, Michael Bisping versus Robert Whittaker. Only a matter of time before that fight happens. I mean, unless GSP can find a way to fight Bisping, but that would really disappoint me. I really want to see Bisping versus Whittaker. I think that'd be a great fight. Both guys are, good cardio. Bisping probably better cardio. Whittaker is well-rounded, great striker. Same with Bisping. So, I mean, that would be... I don't know when, though, because obviously Whittaker, he's going to have some rehab on that knee to do. So, maybe, the December 30th card, I think, will be maybe pushing it for Whittaker, because you got to think that's only, I think, 5 months away, roughly. And, he's going to be probably rehabbing that knee for the next 2 months, 3 months. So that'll probably be a fight in 2018, Bisping Whittaker, but that's another one to look forward to. So lots and lots of good fights. As you can see, it's almost a 10-minute video. So much to look forward to. Let me know your favorite fight. Let me know who you want to see at MSG. And that's it for this one. If you liked the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMABoxingTalk1. Peace.